This week on Shotcast with Slater Harrison.
Wait, you guys didn't pho?
No, we did pho.
Oh.
Yeah, we pho, ramen.
You pho after...
Pho, ramen.
and dim sum. Everything I say is not serious all the time. Terramana is what we're drinking
Terramana.
today. It is tequila made by The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it Kevin Hart has tequila too, right?
Yeah, it's a smaller bottle.
I can, yeah. I like that.
Bitch, you tongue
I
at
like
that
that.
one, hey?
Smooth?
Yeah, thanks. And ironically, so I have Tyler Groce with me today. That's him.
Hey.
Yeah, it's like he
That's
speaks.
me.
He's not being held hostage, I promise. And I think that last time we sat down, we had Terramana tequila. He believes we did, based on familiarity, right?
You just love The Rock.
I just, you know,
just love The Rock.
I did watch Red One.
Wait, that's the Santa one?
Yeah.
It looked bad.
Exactly.
The poster looked bad.
All of it
Wasn't
was
there? There's a
bad.
polar bear. That's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's the
like,
muscle?
"You're on the
Is he the
naughty
muscle?
list." Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's gonna.
Does he have like a high voice? Is
he
it
kicks
silly?
all the kids'
Is he like,
asses.
you better stop it? Like,
Oh,
does he have
no.
like a high voice? No, he's serious.
scary. Yeah, he's like.
Is he a bad guy?
Yeah, no, he's literally Santa's security, and he has to take down all the naughty listers. But Santa gets kidnapped in the movie, which
Damn.
is in the trailer, so not a spoiler alert. Don't
Damn.
worry. And so he's on the crew that's trying to find him. The polar bear is.
And the polar bear and The Rock? What is he?
The polar
what's his
bear,
job?
The Rock, yeah, they're both security. He's like his, The Rock is like his, one-hand man, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Right hand?
Right hand man.
Right. One or right?
I'll take any hand.
Yeah.
One hand, two hands, right, left, whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Okay.
Yeah.
What possessed you to watch that? There's other movies.
Yeah, there was nothing out, and I watched them all.
And you wanted to go to the theater, I imagine.
Yeah. I have a Regal pass. I'm a Regal girl. I'm a Regal.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
ever do Broadway?
Musicals?
Any of it? I try to see a few. I just saw Oh Mary.
Was it good?
Here's the thing. So you know how we're comedians,
Yeah.
and we not to sound pretentious, but we live in the funny.
Yeah.
And then they go on Broadway and they're like, we do funny too. And I'm like,
Oh.
okay, well let's see what you got. And I'm like,
This
that's
is
cute.
all-
No, that's
yeah.
cute. That's cute. It's good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
But it was, I want to laugh and I don't, and it's whenever it gets overhyped, then I get disappointed that I don't laugh.
Well, yeah, because it's that demographic that's usually going to Broadway that I feel like is very easily entertained. So anything that's trying to be remotely humorous on stage, they're like, it's amazing.
Yeah. And listen,
And that's fine. They
There
live
were
a
pops.
way happier life than I do.
Like 99% of them laughing. They were pops. It was
Yeah.
consistent. Performances were great.
Good.
All around. But alas, here I am talking shit, you know?
Yeah. Well, are you the type of person that doesn't laugh like out loud at things? It takes a lot
I'm
for
the
you.
worst audience member.
Yeah.
I'm the worst.
I smile, but that's because I'm being forced.
Speaking of my brother being in town, he always hates watching stuff with me because he's like, hey, I thought that was pretty good. And I'm like, the structure was okay. I'm like, I go like that. I'm like,
The cinematography was shit.
I mean, yeah, I always I know what I like and I don't like.
Yeah.
And
Well, what do you
when
like,
you say it,
Tyler?
what about a specific piece of work? You gotta pitch it to me.
Well, what's your favorite film?
I don't know.
Okay, like,
I
or
don't
something you really like and appreciated.
I like Community. I've been rewatching
Performance-wise.
Community again.
Okay.
For the 100th time.
Yeah, you know what?
Just
People keep
just a
telling
good
me to
show.
watch that, and I
you never
haven't.
seen it?
No.
Oh, you gotta see it.
I think I saw one episode a long time ago.
Oh, you
and-
gotta dive in. It's an adventure.
Is it the guy from The Soup that's on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Soup,
could be
Mr. Soup.
convinced. Whatever happened to him? What's he doing?
He got another TV show right
yeah,
now.
he doesn't text me anymore.
He's doing all right. Oh, you knew him? You hooked up with him?
Yeah, we used to
Joel
make
McHale?
soup together.
Really?
yeah,
That's fun.
Campbell's in a can.
Yeah, I tried, but I was really. Once I said I'm more of a chowder guy, he
Yeah.
ditched me.
He was like, "You
He
thick
ditched me.
bitch." That's disgusting. Chowder's
I know.
kind of weird.
What do you like? What do you?
What do
You,
I like?
you got Zen?
Yeah, I know. You know what? Probably
Can I see?
probably last year I was dipping into those when I saw you, and now I'm a full-fledged addict.
They're so
and,
hot.
and
They're
it's,
cool.
oh, they're so gross. My ex got me into them, and now I'm like freaking all about it. It's terrible.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Do they remind you of your ex?
No.
Or you push through and you're like, no, these are mine.
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are mine now.
Yeah, guess what? This is who I am. You didn't make me this.
Yeah.
It was me all along. I love sins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like an ex where you're like, oh, I guess I don't get that anymore. I don't get to have that artist that I like. I lost that movie. I lost that piece of music. I really loved it, but it reminds me of them, so I can no longer.
Yeah,
consume
maybe
it.
not with like
I've never really had
exes,
that.
but like with
friends.
no, just maybe. Yeah, I don't know actually.
I've never had that.
Certain things might remind me of certain people that maybe I'm not close with anymore, and then that makes me sad. But other than that, I don't think anyone ruined anything for me.
No.
Yeah, because I don't pretend to like stuff as someone else does, or like I don't like get into it as much as them and like really try because they do. Like I'll appreciate it and I'll entertain it, but I'm not gonna be like a fucking fanboy for it.
But like a where that thing is like, oh, you like that too? I got a friend.
never
I got a
met
friend
anyone.
went through a breakup, and I was like, how's it been? He's like, I don't listen to The Weeknd anymore, and I'm like, we love The Weeknd, and he's like.
Monday through Friday for me.
It's too close to home. I can't do it.
Oh God, that stinks.
And The Weeknd's great.
Yeah.
And he's dropping new shit soon, I hope.
Is he? I feel like
don't
I haven't
know.
seen him in
well,
a
he
minute.
put out a couple singles, so you never know when he's coming out with
Yeah, I
something.
feel like the last time I saw anything with him is like when he was with Selena Gomez, and now she's freaking engaged to what's his face,
I don't know.
Benihana.
I don't know.
He's
Who's Benihana?
no. His name's Benny something or something. Benny. He's a
No
chef.
idea.
Yeah, they just got engaged. The only reason I know that is because I watch the Today Show still. So,
You still watch that?
Yeah, my girls.
You
my
wake
girls,
up?
Hoda and Jenna.
You wake up. You really are laid off, huh?
Jenna.
You watch the Today Show?
Yeah. Yeah.
You wake up early and put on the Today Show.
Well, it's on at 10.
It's not- oh, that's
So I
not
wake
bad.
up at 9,
That's
have
not
my
bad.
coffee.
See, I'm from Texas, so it was 9. So that's.
Oh.
I imagine, right? It's live,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like 9.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, it's 10 here. It's a perfect time for me. I
Where you
have my
from again?
coffee. It's good.
From
Like 3 hours north.
Massachusetts.
No, upstate New York.
Connecticut. You got Connecticut face.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what that
no.
means.
I
You're
don't
from this
like
area,
it.
so you know what that means. But I'm from Texas, so that y'all all have Connecticut face.
What does Connecticut face mean
Just
to you?
yours, just eyes and a nose, and a worldview that I don't understand.
Just a lost puppy.
Yeah.
Aw,
That's what you got. But it's a
thanks.
great Connecticcut face.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I would hope that I go up on the scale, on the hotness scale in Connecticut. You know, like
Why
you're like
not?
a.
Are they uggos? Do you have stereotypes of the New England states since you're from here?
Not really.
No.
No, I feel like
Y'all don't seem united.
yeah, no, that the New England states, that's not a thing. I mean, it is a thing, but we don't really. I mean, I don't.
I mean, like we
partake
have
in-
Texas cities. Come from Texas. There's cities. There's Dallas. There's Houston. There's Austin.
Yeah.
There's these cities.
Yeah, like-
and then we talk shit about each other. 'Cause-
Yeah.
And the cities are probably the same distance as
the states. I suppose.
So you'd think there'd be more.
I mean, we
shit-talking.
talk shit in sports, you know.
Yeah.
Like baseball, everyone in New York hates the Red Sox, and football, everyone in New York hates the Patriots. Well, that's when Tom Brady was on, so I guess not as much anymore. But I guess there's sport rivalry there.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't know. We kind of keep to ourselves. We stay in our cabins. We stay in the woods.
Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah, it's not bad. Have you gone anywhere else since you've been here from Texas? Have you?
No.
You like your stay? Because I remember when
Mm-hmm.
I first met you. You had just moved here. You were a
Yeah, it
little
was
on
like that was like real fresh.
yeah,
It was like,
you were
few
on the
months in.
fence. Yeah.
Mhm.
So now that you've gotten some New York on you,
yeah,
what are you thinking?
yeah. I don't know how to answer that anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what, because it's like it's going fine.
Yeah.
I'm staying busy.
Keeping your head above
I'm doing
water.
this, but also like, I went to LA for a couple weeks
Oh, you did?
recently, and then just for spots running around.
Okay.
And then I went to New Orleans, and then I went to Atlanta, all in a little run.
Ooh.
And I loved those places.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
So you just hate New
And then I come
York?
back here, and I'm like, it's not bad. it's not so bad. But then I'm there and I'm like, oh, this is great.
Well, yeah. Once
So
you
what
get,
do you do?
Yeah, once you get out of
How
it.
much do you love it? If when you leave it, you think everything's better.
I know, especially places that
Is it just
are
Stockholm
technically
syndrome?
the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. New York City's got a weird fucking hold on people, tourists and renters and lifers and deathers and murderers and everything else.
Yeah.
It's everything here. I think it's because everywhere else seems so slow paced in comparison to here that you can kind of like take a moment to be like, and that's maybe the joy that we're feeling in the other places. Not that place is better, it just has room to breathe.
And that is better.
Yeah.
The room to breathe is better.
Yeah, I
If
know.
you ask me.
And the air here is terrible.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The air quality is absolute shit. And in my building, it's so bad. Like,
Yeah.
I wake up coughing, like, most days lately.
I have allergies and only in my bedroom. What does that mean?
Your building
What
is
does that mean?
pre-war.
But in my living room is fine.
Oh. Well,
In my
do you
room,
have
I'll walk into my room and go, achoo. That's how I sneeze. Achoo.
Everyone just steps in. Oh, my God.
And then I go, achoo. And I go, bless me. That's what I do.
You step in, step out.
Yeah.
Step in, step out. Do you have your windows open?
No.
Is there windows in the...
There's windows.
Are there windows
Oh,
in,
they're
the,
big.
in the living room?
I got windows. No, there's not in the living room.
Yeah, there never fucking is.
We got no light in the living room.
I know.
My roommate has a little window, and then I have a big one. I have two big ones.
Oh, really?
That I keep closed with curtains.
I was gonna say,
Blackout
are
curtains.
you like a peeping Tom
Well,
victim?
when I first moved in, I was because
Oh, yeah, 'cause
there
you
was just
didn't-
no way,
you didn't
and I
get-
didn't have the curtains yet.
You didn't get him
So I was
yet?
like, I'm taking a nap, and I'm like, all right. And then
Everyone's gonna watch
there's
for
like
sleep.
there's like a package guy, like
Are you on the first floor?
I'm like like first floor, but like under.
Oh yeah, so you just see everybody's
So like
feet.
the
Midriff.
ground is up to my waist.
Oh
let's say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like that being down
I
there?
don't mind it.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like it's probably cooler in the summer. No.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like basements are cooler. Yeah, even though it's not a basement.
It's,
but
yeah, it's like quite a bit. I'm fine with it.
yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's fine.
Good. Is this the same place that you moved in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Dude, I remember when I moved into my apartment, well, the one I'm in now, and I didn't have any curtains either. And like, people seen some shit.
They seen you in some
Oh,
shit?
they've seen some things.
What have they seen?
Because I was waiting to
We're
get,
all wondering.
I had to get.
Don't say because.
They
Tell us what the
They
shit.
saw everything. Okay, I was changing. I was fucking. I was doing everything with
Okay.
those windows wide open.
Now,
And
were you smart at night? Did you turn off the light?
Yeah.
So you can. So no, they
Yeah.
can't see the fucking, but they know what's happening.
Yeah. Well,
They
you can
sense
fuck
it.
during the day.
You can, but I think the light.
Afternoon.
I think you're
delight.
protected during the day because it's too bright outside, and then at night
Yeah,
if you turn on the
exactly,
light,
yeah.
then they can see
So I
all
was a
the
day
fucking.
fucker for a couple weeks.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Yeah, I
hate to
know.
see a
And I was
day
like, when
fucker.
is this package of my curtains gonna fucking deliver?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now there's
How much fucking did you have to do between the 3 days that the curtain wasn't there?
No, because I had to get
You
the
were
rods.
packing it in.
And I
The
didn't get
rods.
them together.
The rods.
Yeah, so hot rod.
Yeah. I got a rod for you.
I got a rod right here. I'll hang your curtains all day. They might go down every once in a while, but I'll get them back
That's
up.
crazy. My dream. I've always wanted to. Not in a creepy way.
Yeah.
And I can't emphasize that enough.
Okay.
I just wanted to. I want to pass by a window or see an apartment building and just see a room lit up and just notice people fucking. That's all I wanted to do.
Oh, you haven't seen that
I've
yet?
never seen it.
Oh.
I've never seen it, and
Oh,
I don't
I've-
want to. I don't want to go and look. I don't want to take a picture. I don't want to stare. I just want to be like.
Ominous.
I just want to be like, there you go.
There you go. Well,
That's
I'll
what I
drink
wanna
to
do,
that.
yeah.
I can't believe you haven't seen. I don't go looking, but
I did.
I've seen it.
One time I did Cheers.
Cheers. Wow.
I did one time pass. I was walking. I was in Amsterdam. I used to live there. I was walking. It's
You
like
used to live in Amsterdam?
no, I used to. Listen.
Yeah. I said you used to?
What?
You son of a bitch.
I like getting mad for no reason. Okay, I lived there for about a year, and I was there. And there's this side of the river that's where the city is, and there's the other side of the river that there's less city because it's like more warehousey.
Yeah.
And I don't know who else. We were walking from one place to the other. There's some like cool bars over there, so we were walking from one to the other. So it's pretty nothing there. And I walked by, and there were some cars parked. Maybe there was like some apartment buildings, and then there was just the passenger side door open. and then a guy fucking a girl, and she was laid sideways in the passenger seat, like head in the driver's seat, and then he was going at it
Outside.
and outside, and then I walked by and I
Wow.
was like, "You got it, dude."
Beep beep. Just go around and
I was like, "You got it," but he was parked. But that was the only time
Was
I've
he?
seen some live.
he was parking it.
He
He was putting that shit in
yeah.
sport mode.
Yeah, and she seemed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we sure this was consensual? Because the environment sounds like it was.
No, it was pretty. It was sketchy looking. It seemed.
He was just fucking a car.
I'm gonna say it was. I'm gonna say it was consensual.
Okay, well that took a little longer than I
I'm gonna
liked.
say. Yes, it was consensual. I'm gonna say
He is the father. Yes.
that. And they got different values in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I've never been
You know,
there.
consent is,
How long did you live there, and
about a
why?
year. There was an improv theater out there
Wow,
called Boom Chicago, and I
you just improv life.
improved for about a year.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
when
where
was that?
when was it? It was 2019.
Oh wow!
Right before
So
COVID.
right.
And I left right before COVID, and then I got. Yeah.
Could you imagine if you got stuck in the Netherlands? I mean, that might be cool.
I mean, I went back and forth between the Netherlands during COVID.
Oh,
Because I had
really?
a resident card, so I was like, "Oh, I live here," and so I could travel.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, and then they had they had the COVID tests that you have to use to get on the planes, and then
Yeah.
I would Photoshop it
Oh yeah.
so I could get.
Yeah, I
on.
forged my Vax card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I
it's
feel
not.
like I can say that
There was
now.
no. Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, I got the
Allegedly.
first one just so I could get the card because I was going to Greece.
Yeah,
And then I got the card and just like forged the other one with
Yeah.
a pen and just whatever.
with a
Yeah.
I like how you specified like
With pen.
I forged it with a ballpoint.
It was blue ink.
I got the tool. I got the tools. I got a ballpoint.
I was nervous though. I was like, do I have to make it exactly like the
Yeah.
other one? And then people are like, no, it's not always the same pharmacist administering the shot. It could be whoever the fuck. And I'm like, well, what do I do? Make up a name? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's cursive. It could just be a scribble.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm a half vax, half breed gal. I wonder what's gonna
Oh,
happen.
you only
to
got one
me.
of the shots?
Yeah.
Well, ever? You never
Yeah.
got any more?
Yeah, no.
I
just the
think I
one.
got one booster. That's
Yeah?
about it. I think so.
One of my friends got a booster and they got mad sick for
Or
like a
maybe-
month.
Or did I try to get a booster and then I was literally in line and I was like, I feel sick. And then I had COVID.
This is literally making me sick. It's
I
so ironic.
COVID developed when I was in line waiting for the vaccine and then I left.
Oh, and you really had COVID?
Yeah, I really had COVID.
Oh my god, I got COVID like 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how or why. But
I don't I don't test for it anymore. We're done.
Oh no,
We're done with
no.
that. If I'm sick, I'm like, I'm sick.
Yeah, no, I got it
Is
like
it COVID? I don't get. If someone was like, "Hey, I can't come out. I got COVID," I'm like, "You just didn't want to hang out with me.
Yeah.
You just stop blaming COVID. You
Yeah.
just didn't want to hang
Now
with me. You know I don't give a shit if you have COVID.
I'll fucking make out with you right now.
I'll do it. I don't care.
I'll become a study case. There's like, I feel like it's COVID is like the new I have the flu. You know,
What's the old Iowa flu? That was an excuse.
I have the plague, whatever it was back then.
Okay.
I have the black lung,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I feel
Yeah.
like it just keeps advancing.
I feel like it's an excuse. I feel like it's.
the bird flu is going around right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I just saw it on the news.
Did
Hoda
you?
was very
Oh
concerned.
yeah, on the Today Show. On the Today Show.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I came to talk about my stand-up
Yeah,
special.
I was just gonna say.
Isn't that fun?
Yes. I was
I'm
gonna.
putting on a stand-up special. Tyler Groce, Groce, To Pimp A ButterFACE.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. So inspiration for the title.
The Kendrick Lamar album.
Okay.
I thought it was a huge album. I thought it was a huge Pulitzer Prize-winning hit. Apparently, no one knows it.
Look, I like Kendrick Lamar. I know.
But people
his-
laugh when they hear it. So I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I know his music, but I did not know that was a
That's
Kendrick Lamar
crazy.
thing.
That's
What is it?
crazy.
A name of a song on his
an album.
new album? Oh,
His magnum opus, according to some. It's not my favorite album.
Oh, I like the
Yeah.
one where he had all the ADHD. What was
That's
the other one?
that's Section 80, yeah. His first one, his when he was young.
Yeah, this was like years ago. I liked
At
that
the
one the
beginning, we go,
most.
"Fuck your ethnicity." Remember that one?
Yes.
I'll
He's
say it again.
great.
Fuck your ethnicity. And then 10 years later, he's calling Drake a light-skinned bitch. And I'm like, hey, what happened to fuck your ethnicity, Kendrick?
Right?
What
And
happened to
then,
fuck your ethnicity?
and then J. Cole comes in. It's a fucking mess.
He's like, why don't we get along? And everyone's like, pussy.
Shut up, the Bob
Pussy.
Marley of rap, J.
Bob
Cole.
Marley of rap.
I love J. Cole, though. I can't hate on him.
I love all three of them. I got
Yeah.
no problems with any of
yeah,
them.
yeah, they never personally.
People see
victimized
me with my hair and they go, hey, J. Cole. And I'm like, and I roll my eyes.
T. Cole.
I don't care for that. But I got the special coming out.
Yeah, so
it's coming out in January.
It's coming
January
out
14th.
in January. Where'd you film it?
Filmed it in Austin,
looks
Texas
really
at
good.
Cap City Comedy. Thank you. Did you watch a piece of it?
I did watch a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even ask the whole thing.
No, I literally did watch a piece.
You watch a piece. That's all
Yeah.
you need. That's all you need. That's all I ask of you is just watch a piece.
No, it was good. It was good. It's no,
No.
it's good. It's pretty good.
My thought was good first try.
Yeah. Well, also props to you for just like doing it all on your own. You know, like putting up for it, whatever you did. Got the sport, got the equipment, the venue.
Sure.
the
Well, I
place.
mean, I didn't pay for it. Helium.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pay for it.
Oh,
And they're
beautiful.
putting out the album, and then I'm putting out the special myself.
That's amazing.
And
what steps got you to do it? And it was like 45 minutes long, so like you had a nice set of material there.
Yeah, you saw a piece, but the
Yeah,
rest of it was 40.
And then I was like, all right, how long was this? I did my research on my interviews.
Your research was like, listen, I mean, the title, what does it mean? And then
and then I'm like, Taylor Swift, what?
My favorite part was how long it was. It was 45 minutes, which, wow.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
you know.
what a
What
show.
an accomplishment.
Well, it was shot really well. I was looking at that when I was scanning because I have such a problem with my videos right now, and like I borrow a 4K camera, and it looks amazing on the camera. I upload it to the Mac, I edit it in Premiere Pro, and then I export it, and then I airdrop it to my phone. Looks beautiful, but anytime I like zoom in, all the quality's gone.
Is it absolute, or is it just when you zoom in, it's not ready?
No, it's like
It's
absolutely.
like busting on
that's
someone in the
fun.
shour, and it's like, I'm not ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop.
them.
So they blur it.
I'm still in 720p.
Yeah, stop it.
Ugh, I don't know what the deal is, but I gotta figure it out because it's pissing me off. But
I
I
don't
saw
know.
yours and I was like, how the fuck?
I don't know.
Because it looks so good.
I got a guy who knows what he's doing with cameras, and I got a guy who knows what he's doing with editing.
Yeah. Oh, you had someone go in there and do it all.
No, I can't do all that.
Oh, it's hard,
And then I got.
and I suck at it.
yeah.
Clearly.
I mean, how are you supposed to do it? Look
It's
at you.
just time-consuming.
You're already. Let's be honest. You're already a Renaissance woman. I mean, look at you. You got a podcast. You're doing the
Yeah,
stand-up.
I got a Connecticut
and
face.
alcoholic, clearly. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on.
It's the only thing that keeps you going.
So, I mean, how are you supposed to learn how to do this? I'm sure you're making clips for this. You're doing.
Yeah.
There's so much to do.
Yeah.
There's so much to be done.
Yep. TikTok,
yeah.
stand-up clips,
Yeah.
fucking podcast.
It's
shit.
really exciting because I filmed it in Austin. That's where I started doing comedy.
I was gonna say that
And-
did that feel homey?
I mean,
Homie?
I there's a contest at that club called the Funniest Person in Austin contest, and I was lucky enough to win it in 2022. And so, and since then, they kind of like, yeah, whenever you're in town, come through. So I come through and do these spots, and then
Guess who's back?
it sometimes it feels like that, which is nice. It's nice to
It's
nice to be in New York and then have the city and the comedy scene shit
Yep.
on your face and
Yep.
in your head,
Yep.
and sometimes it gets in your mouth.
Yeah,
But then
just
you
a
come
little.
back home and they're like, oh, Tyler, we'd love to have you. So that's nice. That's always
Yeah,
nice.
it's so it's like
You
big
need
fish,
it.
little pond there.
Yeah.
And it's so nice. And you're
What
just
is
like,
better
thank
than a
God.
little pond?
Yeah. Whereas here it's like fucking you're scum, and you can be great.
And I am. And
Yeah.
they're right. They're not wrong. I'm not even here to say they're wrong.
It is, but it's nice to go home and get some of that.
Yeah. So
that
I won the
support.
I won the contest, and then I got a relationship with Helium, and then they decided to pay for it.
I didn't know
And
they had a club out there.
there was a club, Cap City, and then COVID, they hit some hard times, so then Helium kind of invested into it. So now it's in the Helium family.
Okay, love that. Because helium clubs are great.
Yeah, and then I was getting emotional a month or so ago because
really?
it's like because I love I love stand up. I do
Yeah.
stand up, and I love specials. That's what I love.
Yeah,
I
same.
love what's your favorite special?
A good special. I think this is kind of out of pocket, but Brent Morin.
Brent Morin.
Yeah.
Where is this special? Is it on YouTube or is it on Netflix?
It was on Netflix. He's got a blue curtain behind
Yeah.
him.
I know. I never watched it, but I know the one you're talking
It's just so my humor too. I've
Really? I've never
tried
seen
to
it.
tell people or like show them or if they ask and then they'll watch or whatever. And it's like a 50-50. People either
Yeah.
really like it or they're like, it's not my vibe.
Yeah.
He's a storyteller. And
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I mean, I love a special. I love watching it. Like I love an album. Like I
Yeah.
love To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
Mine's called To Pimp a Butterface. Kendrick's is To Pimp a Butterfly. I love the album. I love a special. I have my favorite specials. Like if we're talking comedians, I'm gonna give you the comic and the special I like. I'm not just gonna
Yeah.
give you. I'll be like, you can skip this special, but watch that, because I love specials. And I was like in my room talking to my editor, and he's like, I think it's done, man. I'm gonna send it over to you. And I was just like, damn, like. Here's mine.
Oh,
you know,
it all like coming
here's
into
mine. I've been
fruition.
watching specials for my whole life since I was a kid, and sure, I'm gonna put it on YouTube, and it's not gonna be the next, Cat Williams. I don't know who do you want? It's not gonna be the next.
Who do people still like around
Yeah,
here?
I don't
God
know.
damn
Who's
it!
the one?
Everyone's on the fucking chopping block.
It may not be the next Cat Williams. It may not be the next whatever, but it's like it's mine. I get to contribute to this art form that I've loved forever.
And now you're part of that group.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously you want it to get out there and be seen and whatever, and it's your baby, but it's nice to like put that away in the catalog and be like, I did it. It was possible.
Yeah.
It came out good. It was everything that you pictured. Like, it was all like just what you envisioned from when you were thinking about taping your own special.
When I was initially filming it, or from when I was just a boy?
Take me back to 19. No, I guess maybe both. Like, what inspired you to take action to be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do a special. I'm ready. I can do it. And then what steps did you take after that to make it happen?
I mean, I talked with some folks, and I mean, basically, Helium was like, we'd love to work with you.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay.
And you're like, all right, how's 45 minutes sound?
Let's do it. That's 45.
Okay. All right.
How's 30 minutes of material and 15 minutes of groundwork? No, it's all material. It's all jokes.
No Matt right here, okay?
Well structured 45. I think it's in and out. Pacing's good. I'm proud of a lot of it.
Yeah,
I think it's funny.
that's the
There's a lot of good
thing.
jokes. Of course, you went straight for the Taylor Swift. That's very funny.
Yeah.
That's
well,
very
that
funny.
was coming in hot for me.
Yeah, that was
I
coming
liked
in
that.
hot.
I liked that.
But yeah, no. So they were like, what? And I was thinking, I was like, I do have the material and I could do it. And it seems like, I don't know. I felt like I was afraid to do it. Mm-hmm. I felt like, I don't know, is this the right time, or is this and then the more I keep thinking more career-wise and that, like, how to get to that next level, I'm like, it doesn't matter. Just fucking, if someone's like, let's work with you, let's just fucking do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Helium's good, but like, even if it was some dog shit, whatever, I'm like, yeah, let's just work. Who cares?
Yeah.
What is the downside? So I'm like, it's more interesting to do something than not. So I was like, let me go ahead and do the thing. And as I was putting it together and putting it and editing it, and I've enjoyed the process of it, and it has inspired me to not do those jokes anymore too. I mean, no one's paying that close attention.
But you feel like it's out there now.
I feel like it's out there. And there's maybe like one joke that's like a save joke that I'll still do sometimes. But most of the other stuff, I'm like, I don't really do that. So now I have a whole, I filmed it back in April. So I have a whole, it's been 9 months or something. So now I have, I got a solid 30 minutes I can do now of new stuff that I'm like even more excited about. And now I'm like, I've been through the process. So now I can put this next piece out.
Yeah.
To who knows what acclaim.
Yeah.
Who knows?
The sky's the limit.
Yeah. So
okay?
like it's
You're gonna be fucking in cars in Amsterdam.
It's been a cool,
soon.
exciting process. It feels like you're doing something, which in comedy it's so hard to feel. It's all sand between your fingers, so it's really hard to feel like anything's happening. And it's been a cool process. I've met nice people through it as well, like my editor Chris Metcalf. You know him? He's a comic as well. He's a funny dude, and he's good with the editing. He's a stand-up as well.
Yeah.
A funny stand-up and good with the editing, and he helped edit it, and he's now a friend. It's just like it's just been a good process.
Yeah, I was gonna say you meet a lot of people during that too, and it's all good people, all working towards the same goal. They have the same like visions in mind, and like.
And even though I remember, even though even though the process has been cool and interesting, and there's been like, it's been fun. Because it's this exciting thing. I remember there was a time where it was like I was trying to get the person who was going to film it, and there was like some logistical miscommunication, and I was like, why isn't it happening on the phone with like my manager? And I hung up, and I was with some friends, and I turned to my friends, and I was like, I was just arguing about my special. You know what I mean? Like it's still, even the annoying things.
It's still a cool thing to be upset about.
I'm like, it's pretty cool that I'm.
Yo, I feel that because like when I'm stressed trying to edit all these clips and get them out and like blah blah blah, I have to like take a moment and sit back and be like, you know what? I'd rather be stressed over this than something I hate, a job I have no passion for that like soul sucks me and. So it's like, it's a good problem to have. Yeah. And I get the part of you saying like, you kind of catalog it and then you start writing new stuff and then you only use that new stuff, because you can so easily get stuck in a rut of running
Yeah.
the same set. I mean, I'm sure you've seen people that
Sure.
have been doing the same things for years and years, and it's like, I get it, because it's very easy to kind of slip into that if something's working, you know.
Yeah, I have the opposite problem. I don't throw anything away necessarily, but I move on to new shit very quickly.
Well, because I hate hearing myself saying it. That's mine.
For me, I'm so excited to say the next thing.
Yeah.
Like this is a huge accomplishment.
Well, cheers to your special.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited for you.
Cheers to your watching the Taylor Swift piece, which was a good piece.
Oh, God. It never gets easier, right? I can't.
Like there's some like right now.
I got the chills from your special.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
I like right now I'm like I've been doing I think like I'm 9 years in now, and I have been wanting to talk about. I'm black. I'm from the South.
Yeah.
I'm light skinned. I look mixed. Both my parents are black. We just come from a long line of light skinned black people, leading back to slavery, right?
Yeah.
So, and I've been wanting to talk about that since I started. And it's such a tough topic.
Yeah.
And feel like I'm just now starting to tackle it in a way that's working, and so I'm so excited.
Oh,
So all I do is get up on stage and I'm like, "What's the deal with slavery?"
Well, it's the deal.
They don't want to work, but they have to. I mean, what's the deal with forced labor? I mean, what forced?
Can we talk about civil rights?
Abraham Lincoln was a good guy. I mean,
I throw away all my pennies.
Like that's what. So I'm so excited to talk about that. And,
That is fun.
And it's not fun. It's hard. It's
Well, it's
challenging.
hard. It's hard, but
when you get a piece,
Oh, and you have such
and
a
you're
good
like,
idea.
"Ooh,"
Yeah.
and it works, and all these white people, you get these white people to laugh at slavery.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
it's
I
real
bet.
good. It's real good.
I can't get white people to laugh at anything.
No, you're more for you. You focus on the black rooms.
Yeah,
clearly.
yeah. I got too
Connecticut face
focused
focuses
on
on the
that.
black rooms.
Yeah. Bridgeport specifically. No, last time I was in Connecticut, I was at Bananas Comedy Club. And
Okay, cool.
I walked out, and there was a shooting, literally like minutes prior to me exiting the building. And I was leaving the show early because I had to like catch a train, or I don't remember exactly why. This was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And I walked out of the building, show's still going on, everyone inside. I literally see like all of these cops outside, and they're like just like unraveling all the crime scene tape. Like
shit.
they're putting it up, and I was like, what's going on? They're like, don't step there. This is a crime scene. I'm like, how the fuck do
It's
I
right
get
out.
out
It's
of
right
here?
outside of Bananas.
Yeah.
So you couldn't leave,
No, I couldn't. I was just, and it was snowing.
but you made the set.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah.
good. That's a
yeah,
better
that's all.
response.
I
That's a
know, and
better
I was like,
response.
why couldn't this happen before? I would have had so much more material.
So someone was murdered, but did you kill?
Yeah. They're like, and where were you, Slater? Where were you? They're like, you're not a comic. Get back in there. That's bananas.
You're like, oh, I was doing a set and doing very well on stage. It's
Yeah.
like, we've interviewed some folks.
they said it was so. Can you explain again your story?
Is it enough to want to kill somebody? I did have to pretend that I was pregnant though, so they would let me go under
You?
the things. Yeah. Well, it was snowing. It was winter. I had a big jacket, and I like put my hands in my pockets and like went like this.
That's ridiculous. And they believed it.
Yeah.
Man, people
And I was like,
believe
you guys are
anything.
never gonna solve this murder.
Men know nothing about the female body, so they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, she's probably pregnant. Her
Yeah.
hands are in her pocket, pregnant."
She is
That's
holding her stomach because she's pregnant.
just any woman at any time could just holding
Oh,
her
felt a
stomach.
kick. I'm like, what? You have a 6-pack, ma'am. Yeah, no, it's yeah. But I got out of there for doing that, and I was like, wow, I could use that for anything.
Yeah.
No wonder bitches be saying they're pregnant when they're not. I get it now.
Do people do that?
Yeah, what? Girls trap dudes like that.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
At least
do you
high
know
school.
anybody? Because I always because the trapping thing, you don't hear about it a lot, but does it happen a lot? Do you know anybody who's trapped anybody?
I mean, based on the popularity of 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom, I would imagine.
Yeah, but that's not. I find trapping to be intentional.
Trap mom.
Not just not just like, oops, we got pregnant. But
Yeah.
trapping is like, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
you pregnant
like,
so
I'm
you
gonna-
can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
That certainly happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's monsters. There's monsters out there.
There's women who are like probably crazy town. They're like, I'm not taking birth control anymore, but I'm gonna tell him I am, and then I'm gonna make him jizz in me and get a baby.
Is it bad that what determines whether I jizz in somebody
I'm excited for this.
is if I think they seem nice.
Wait, so if you think they are nice, you do inside, or you don't?
Yeah, if they seem, I'm like, nothing bad's gonna happen. Look at her.
She's so sweet.
She volunteers.
Our child would be the next
She
Mother
wouldn't-
Teresa.
She wouldn't do me like that. She wouldn't trap. She
we
wouldn't.
don't play like that.
She wouldn't trap me. If she had some illness, she would tell me.
Wow, so you're easily fooled, maybe.
I mean, so far so good.
Yeah, well, have you
I'm
met
out
a
here.
lot of nice people?
I met
He's
a lot
like,
of
I've
nice
been
people.
dumping loads in girls for years.
I've met a lot of nice people.
No pregnancies yet. How does this happen?
Well, I'm not worried about I mean, come on. I mean, we're like in artsy circles. We're in New York. No one's trying to get pregnant.
Yeah, I guess
No one's
here.
trying to keep a baby.
Yeah.
No one's trying to keep my baby.
Yeah.
That's for goddamn
How are we gonna
sure.
explain this?
No one wants a Tyler baby.
Why?
Too cute. Too cute. That's the problem.
Be arrested
Too
for
cute.
being just so adorable.
I'm sorry, you're too cute, too racially ambiguous. We're gonna have to.
Oh my gosh, cute. Annie's just gonna get a head
Mm-hmm.
start.
You think racially ambiguous is a head start?
I feel like maybe nowadays. I think we're
We
moving
do
in
love
the right direction.
we do love Luigi, and I do think it's because he's that spicy white.
Oh my god.
If he was a Brad, no,
dude,
But his name's Luigi.
the Ouija. I know. I was like that little plumber.
You might have to bleep this because I think the fucking, they're coming after it.
Oh yeah.
The powers that be are shutting down.
You look in the mirror and you say Luigi 3 times. He'll show up.
Fucking YouTube's demonetizing you.
They'll be like,
if you talk
hey,
about
it's
Luigi.
me, Luigi.
Can I do it?
I'm here to fix your toilet.
Yeah.
Well, now that sounds like Dracula. I'm here to suck your blood. I'm like, well, getting crossfired here.
Whoa.
That's like no.
The healthcare system is in shambles. Whoa.
We need to find the planes.
45,000 people a year die from lack of healthcare. Whoa. How many people? 1, 2, 3. Let's count. Let's count from the thing.
Count Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
You ever have that cereal?
No, I'm not a big cereal guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking. All right. Well, that's our time.
That's what it took.
Yeah. Not jizzing inside
Slavery
women
jokes,
'cause they're nice.
jizzing, cereal.
Count
That's the one.
Dracula. Yeah. Chalk.
1, 2,
Count
3.
Dracula. Chocula?
4 million uninsured people.
Dude, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so divided too. Like, there's people who are obviously fans and people who want to fuck him. And then there's the people who are like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You can't take another human life.
There's none of those people.
What?
People who are like, he's fucked up. Who have you seen besides, people in spaces where they have to write those articles? Like, what normal person has really been like, what a tragedy? Normal people I know are like, hey, shit had it coming. You saw Chris Rock's joke on
Got a better life
SNL?
insurance policy.
You saw Chris Rock's joke on SNL?
No.
He was just like, it's sad what happened, but sometimes drug dealers get shot. I mean, like, that's the whole thing.
That's essentially it, yeah.
That's the whole thing.
No, I don't feel bad necessarily. But a friend of mine works at United, and he knew the CEO, and so getting a different perspective, I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah, people are fine.
Yeah, he's
when
like,
you
he's a
talk
nice
to him
guy.
in
I'm
a
like,
room.
yeah, like I was like, at work, what is he gonna show up and be like, what's up, bitches? I'm about to kill a bunch of families because I'm not gonna cover
like
it.
Thomas Jefferson, I'm sure was great to have dinner with, and he also had slaves and fucked a lot of them.
Yeah, dude.
So like,
That's
what
like Christopher Columbus.
we're not judging his like dinner etiquette. We're judging his moral character.
Yeah, exactly.
And
he was a bottom line guy, and
Yeah.
then he met the bottom.
I do generally like there's a system in place that incentivizes folks to make as much money as possible and rise up and be CEO
Yeah.
of these
Think of all
companies that do shitty things.
Yeah.
But and so like someone's gonna be at the top. And like, if someone was like, hey, you want to spend you want to get millions of dollars a year to just kind of like look the other way on some fucked up shit, maybe I've never had that opportunity. Maybe I would say yes. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe who knows?
Yeah.
But the system's fucked and you're at the top, bro. So that's just kind of how it had to go down.
That was like the freaking, remember not too long ago, the Bed Bath & Beyond CEO jumped off his building? That happened right next to my friend's apartment.
Did he?
Yeah.
Why?
Killed himself. Because
Because
they were going bankrupt.
The deals
he
were
went
too
to the
good.
beyond.
Those deals. I mean, you can't sell towels for that low.
If you do that, I will kill myself.
Yeah.
Carol, if you sell those bath mats for less than $20 each, I will jump off my apartment building. And then he did.
Wait, you're saying we have a shake weight as seen on TV right in the Bed Bath Beyond, right here. That if I will jump off a building.
What are we, QVC?
What are you doing?
What the hell? Oh my gosh. But yeah, so basically, but the friend who worked for him, he was all upset, and then I was like, but like why was he? My friend's telling me this because I don't know the other one. I do, but I'm not close with him. And he's like, I'm like, why was he so upset? And he's like, well, you know, he knew him, he had meetings with him, blah blah. I'm like, cool. I had meetings with my bosses, and I was like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're nice as pie. What
Yeah.
they're doing is so clearly evil. Whatever.
Well, it's like
So-
also like, you know, like I heard a thing where like Chelsea Handler. This has nothing to do with the killing.
Oh, I was like, what?
Chelsea Handler, people like her, right?
Dateline.
People will go and watch her show and they see her do stand up
Yeah.
and people like her. And then Israel Palestine happened and then she's Jewish, so she's like, I'm pro Israel.
Yeah.
And then people were criticizing her. But then and that is normal.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, when it comes to this guy, it's like, well, let's focus on how nice of a guy he is. I'm
Yeah.
sure Chelsea Handler is lovely in a room.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's way better than the CEO guy.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even do anything. She just like is, you know,
Fucking skiing naked, talking about how
is
love-
being rich and hanging out and being a brassy girl
Yeah.
and supporting Israel, which, you know, you can think whatever you want about it. But then suddenly this guy who's actively
Yeah.
making policies to make sure that no one gets the shit and they all die, it's like, but then he's a nice guy. It's like, what? There's
I think
clearly
it's
these
when
double
it's a
standards.
singular person versus a mass of people, it's flipped, which is even crazier because it would make more sense if we had more compassion for the individuals being affected. I guess I don't know.
We are.
It's
You know,
weird.
manufacturing consent.
Yeah,
Yeah, we the edges of what we're allowed to think and believe are shaped, and we're if it's one person, it's okay, but if it's a system, well, systems are complicated. And
Yeah.
we can criticize one person, but if you criticize, well, it's very complicated.
which is why it's weird because this is the opposite.
What do you mean?
Like now it's like it's just the one person, so we're like, oh my god, him. But then Israel and Palestine, we're like, oh my god, not them. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Isn't that
Yeah.
weird? It's a psyche thing.
Yeah.
When it's flipped, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna figure
We were.
it out
I mean,
right
we were
now,
literally
but-
clutching our pearls. I mean, not us, but the media was clutching their pearls about Biden pardoned his son.
Oh my.
Oh my God!
Lord.
How could he do that? It spits in the face of the U.S. norms.
I'm like,
And
go
then-
for it, buddy. You only have so much time
and-
left. Get those pardons in. I don't care.
Well, whatever.
we shit
But it's
on
like-
him the whole rest of the presidency.
It's like it spits in the face of U.S. norms. But then, what are U.S. norms? Letting lots of people be uninsured and die, or they are insured, but they can't get access.
yeah,
It's
no,
just-
it's such a double standard.
It's such a double standard.
Yeah,
I've been reading this book too called The Deep State, which is not. It's not like the MAGA deep state. It's not like
I was like, why does that
vaccines
sound
are
familiar?
because just the deep state's a term.
Okay, yeah.
It's by Mike Lofgren. He was like a Republican staffer for decades, and then
Okay.
he came out and was like, Republicans are dumb and Democrats are lame and everyone sucks. And then he has a lot of insider knowledge and stuff. And just reading about, you know, he's talking about the military-industrial complex. He's talking about how Wall Street is fucking up shit. He's talking about how Silicon Valley is slowly
go blow it up
infiltrating the
after.
government, you know. And it's just like how all these unelected entities are taking over. And I'm reading this, and then I'm watching the news, and Luigi's going to jail, and then I'm reading this, and I'm watching Trump talk about like going after all these different countries and tariffs, and I'm reading the book, and I'm like, man, we are fucked. This is gonna be,
Dude.
we're gonna be in like at least 20 years of some real bad shit.
Yeah,
Some
no,
real
it's
bad
not. We're
shit.
not going in a good direction.
No,
That's for sure.
no, we're not.
It's really bad. And fucking, well, before I forget, the friend that worked at the CEO or for the CEO was like, I was like, what was he so upset about? He's like, well, now they canceled all the holiday parties. It's like, are you fucking kidding? All right, now I like this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But if you need a break from all this deep stuff, To Pimp a ButterFACE on YouTube, January 14th.
Yes, To Pimp a ButterFACE. Ooh, look at that time.
I was watching the time.
Yeah, look at you. Nice. You know what you're doing.
I was watching the time.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
great. What was I gonna say? My just about the book that you just mentioned, and then having all that knowledge, and then hearing from it from the inside. Because I have a home friend right now that like works for Trump,
Oh, cool.
and like he didn't
Doing what?
He doesn't want to. I don't know, and he couldn't tell me much. I was like, this already.
That sounds
we're off to a bad start.
That sounds like the white girl who's like, I have a boyfriend and he's racist and I don't know what to do about it. That's what that sounds like.
My girlfriend's in Canada. It's all a lie.
It sounds like my boyfriend's racist and he keeps saying racist things, but then he buys me diamonds. What do I do?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck that guy. Anyway, keep
Yeah, it's a
going. You're a
blood
good
diamond.
friend. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, well, because he wasn't, I don't exactly have clarity on the background, but he got transferred when Trump won, and now he has to work for him, and he's got to move to D.C., and he's fucking pissed and hates his life. And I'm like, you could quit.
Are we doing it again? Boop.
Yeah.
To Trump.
But to your point with the book, it's great to get all that intel and like understand and educate yourself and learn more, because I'm in my learning era. You know?
Okay. How old are you?
32.
Okay.
Yeah, finally. Just started learning. 10 years out of education, and I'm finally starting to learn
good.
something.
That's good. And where are you learning? How are you learning? What are you learning?
so-
what scopes are we learning in? Tell me.
So I'm getting
Very interested.
I'm getting more into politics, which I know you're pretty versed in.
I've just read a book or two.
There-
I'm just
yeah, but
regurgitating
there's
what
some
I've read in
people
the
who are
book.
way more involved than me. Maybe I'm like scratching the surface, because it brings out the worst in people, I feel like, if they don't know how to articulate it like in a calm manner and like in a way that they can also take the other side and like see their points. Because like, you know, it's like a classic like family Thanksgiving. Everyone's fucking saying shit and like are Trump or racist or whatever, and I'm like, this is like, it brings out all these bad things.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm not like ignorance is bliss, because I do want to know, because I don't want to be stupid. And if someone says something, I want to at least have the wherewithal to be like, oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I read up on that, or I saw it, or whatever. But I am getting more into that just so I can be educated, not to talk about it with people, but just so like I know really what's going on and I know both sides instead of whatever I'm being fed by media. So that's one thing. The other thing, I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately.
Okay.
And I used to only watch like entertaining documentaries. So it's like, you know, I like to watch stuff about comedy, obviously.
Sure.
How people came up, dark side of comedy. You ever see those?
No.
Oh my God.
I've heard of the dark side
Yeah.
of series.
Yeah. The dark side of the 90s. It's a whole thing on Vice.
Dark side of wrestling. I had a buddy.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine, his dad was a wrestler. He was in that,
I just watched the Vince McMahon or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
That one, that was cool. But so I'd always go for pop culture documentaries, if that makes sense. Now I'm starting to watch more like, I got sucked into a gut health one with microplastics and all that shit. Then I was watching this one on Netflix called Buy Now about all the waste that we produce in America, which I already was aware of. But I was like, why and how and what can we do? And that's my main like point of watching these, like, because I've been like on a binge lately. And I'm like, all these documentaries have great people on it, people that worked at these companies, like a lot of whistleblowers, all this cool stuff that you like find out. But it's so disheartening, because then the documentary just ends and there's no part at the end that's like what you can do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, so now I just know all of this and
Now
I
you
can't
just
do
know.
anything. So
And
I'm
you-
like, is ignorance
and then
bliss?
you go to a cocktail party and then you get to talk about it.
Yeah.
And you get to feel smart and informed.
Yeah,
That's
but
the whole
like
point.
now I'm smart, informed, and sad.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, like it's just,
part
it's
of
kind
it.
of like growing up. Like you're a kid, you don't know what the world is like, really what's
Yeah,
happening.
I mean, like I'm telling you, like I was reading the Deep State book and seeing all the what's happening and kind of getting an understanding of what the underpinnings are. It's like, oh, this shit is so entrenched that we are. I just know we're kind of in for like 20 more years of real bad shit.
Yeah, and like
until maybe we're able to like move on. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just like, so there's nothing we can do. So you just told me, and there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, I'm like, so now I'm worse off than when I started this.
You could call your congressman. I'm not gonna call my congressman. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Although local elections, I've been a big stickler on now.
Now you're into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because I'm like, I fucked up my voting registry, and then like the other election year, something else happened. It's embarrassing. And then I just never was like voting, and I was like, I feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing I can kind of maybe have a voice in, although it's the electoral college for the presidency. So I kind of don't see the point of that. I still don't fully understand why that's like, what's the point of the popular vote if the electoral colleges are the one that kind of swing the state in like You know what I mean?
The popular vote is like symbolic. It's like, look, the majority of
This
people
is what
actually
we
like.
want, but we don't care. We're
Yeah.
gonna pick this guy. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, you remember? I mean, they kind of taught it in history.
No,
class.
yeah, I know
They're
it,
like,
but I'm
you
just
know,
it doesn't make sense
to make sure the right people get to decide the election, and the right people is not the population.
Yeah, they're like, just so you know, these states are pissed. Like that's how I view it. But the local stuff is what affects you more directly and quicker.
Yeah.
You know, so like that I'm more into because I used to laugh at all because the commercials for those are so bad. Like,
the
they're
local
like,
stuff.
He
Yeah.
said this, and blah blah blah. Like there was one, I don't know if you saw it, I forget who was on, but some local guy, and they were like showing a video of him saying something, and then he's now the opposite stance of it, and they're like, and that wasn't even that long ago, and it was like forever ago.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, the way that they form these, it reminds me of the movie The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis.
Sure.
Did you see that?
I never saw it, but
Oh my god, it is. I think that movie.
there's so much to parody in it. It's so silly.
That movie should be re-released in all theaters now
Yeah.
because it's so on point.
Yeah.
And I think they made that like 10 years ago or something. And it's hilarious. I think I'm a big Will Ferrell and Zach
Sure.
fan, but it's so on point with American democracy. Like it's hilarious. You should watch it. It's very on
It's,
point. It's scary how true it is though.
Yeah, let me send this text real quick. I just thought about this.
Oh.
Because I'm supposed to meet with my brother. I just want to make sure.
How long is he
knows where we're
visiting?
going. He's visiting for he got in Sunday, and then where are we? 42 what?
42 Broadway. Now everyone can come here.
There you go.
You're invited.
Yeah, he's here for a few days, and then we go back to Texas, and then on the back end, he comes back for a few days, and he lives in Spain, lives in Barcelona.
That's right. I remember
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
There's so much to parody in politics,
There really is.
which is so fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm always so curious. This is what I've been thinking about recently. I've been obsessed with this idea. It's a very broad idea, but it's just like I see it in politics, I see it in comedy, I see it in stuff like campaign commercials, where it's like it doesn't matter if it's good, it just matters if it works.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
obsessed with that.
Yeah.
Like whenever I these why is every political campaign like Kamala Harris said that trans people are okay. Donald Trump said no. Where did that come from?
Dude.
And they're using a cartoonishly ominous voice,
it's
and
like
they pump it on every single TV station. And so they're not there's a lot of dumb shit, but like money is not doing stuff that doesn't work. So
Yeah.
so it works,
They're not gonna
even
back
though
it
we
up.
see it and we can make a whole movie parodying it, and it's so silly.
Yeah.
But like it works.
Yeah.
Whenever we're in comedy, and it's like, we're trying to be ourselves and be the best selves, and try to hopefully. I want to be a great comic, not
Yeah.
just a successful one, but a great
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And then there's people, there's people who I feel like I see the people who pop off, a lot of really talented people, but then some people are just like, you're just an insane person.
Yeah.
That people like to watch.
Yeah,
And
because
it's
you're
like,
just
what,
like,
what is their star power? What is it? It's like it's mental illness, and it's not funny.
They're like,
It's-
he's got Riz. And
Yeah.
you're like, no, he's
he's bipolar,
Issues.
and it's not funny. It's hilarious, and we
Yeah.
want to see more. Like that seems to be what.
And that's
it
why
is.
those people commit suicide
Yeah,
usually.
but-
Like all the greats
Yeah.
freaking died or were addicts.
Because it's not better to be mentally ill and crazy and an
not.
alcoholic, but it works.
Yeah.
we fucking
It works
love
because
to see
I think,
it.
yeah, I think that people see like what they're feeling and thinking displayed,
Yeah.
and they like that because they're like, oh, they're saying all the things I can't. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's not. They're just. They say a lot, and they
Yeah.
just probably shouldn't. And it's on and off stage.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't turn off.
Yeah.
Maybe it gets turned up on stage, but it's always playing.
Because there's I'm sure you have some friends that have like had some little successes here or there, some popularity, and it's
Yeah.
like I have a friend like that who has a little bit of clout
Yeah.
and has opportunities, and I'm like, good for them.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I know you come to my house and tell me what you're up to, and
You're
it
a
sounds
sick person.
unstable and not satisfying and
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
But then that chaos they put it on stage, and then everyone's like, we buy into it.
Well, people love chaos.
People love chaos.
Like I was just watching a doc before I came here of that sheriff or warden at that prison in Alabama, and she got with that inmate.
I feel like vaguely.
And they like escaped. It happened in like 2020, 2022.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just watching that and I was like, what the fuck? And then they were showing the effect it had on the public because they obviously had it on the news and they're like, they escaped the prison. Yeah. We got to like find them, whatever. And like, it was the America once again was divided. And they were like, there was the people who were right, who were like, we need to find this suspected murderer and the cop who let him out, and they're having a relationship. And then the other half was like, we love them, Bonnie and Clyde. And there was like all these crazy memes, and like social media plays a huge part in that, obviously. But it's just so funny to see, no matter what you put out, if it's wrong or right, there's always going to be people who love it or hate it. Like it's never going to... and that's the thing with like comedy too, because like sometimes, you know, you go through and you post something and like it's the majority of the comments or whatever are good, and then that one bad comment is the one that sticks with you, and you're just like, what the fuck, like why? It was not, I got an A, like why am I pissed it wasn't A plus? Like, but you're not gonna be for everybody. Like I know, and I like even like famous comics or, you know, on the rise, there's some that are really genuinely good at what they do, and you can tell in their writing and how they perform, and like you get it. And then there's other people who find this success and it's just not your style, it's not your taste, and like you're not going to be for everybody. But that's so hard when you're like coming up in comedy, because like if you bomb or you hear silence or whatever, you're just like, I suck. And it's like, no, like it's just, maybe those just weren't your people.
Listen, I've had people laugh at my slavery jokes, and I've had some real quiet crowds.
Yeah, like when you run the same joke across different venues, and then you're like, holy shit, why is it amazing? And what does that mean?
I don't know what it means.
I mean, either.
It probably means, so why are you talking about slavery? No one wants to hear about this. That's probably what it means. But that is what's in my heart, so I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, no, that's like the best piece of advice, is to be yourself. I know it's corny and cliche, but like if you...
Here's the problem though, it doesn't mean it's gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better, but it may not work.
Yeah, and then you have to live with that. Don't try to tweak it and cater it to other people.
Even the whole like, it works versus it's better or whatever. Like, I'm like, even dating. As far as dating goes, I'm not looking for anybody good anymore. I'm looking for something that works. That's what I'm looking for, somebody where I'm like, this bitch got a lot of flaws. She has a lot of issues.
She's a fixer-upper.
I'm not even a fixer-upper. You can't fix nobody. But like just someone who I can see you're good, I can see you're bad, I can see the flaws. This is not no Notebook Cinderella story, but god damn it, on the day-to-day it works. That's what I'm looking for now. I'm just looking for something that works. Because I'm tired because I look for a good person. And but
then sometimes the good people have very bad tendencies, or you know, you find out later on, you're like, oh, you're not as good as others.
Yeah, sure, because you wanna meet the person who seems like they fit what your idea is, and they look good to you, and then they look good to your friends, and it makes sense in the world, and I'm like, fuck all that. Maybe you're kind of dumb. I don't know. Maybe you're too tall or too short, or maybe you get angry, maybe you drink too much. I don't know, but if it works on the day to day, that's all I'm looking for now.
Yeah.
I can't. Don't let perfection be the enemy of good. You know.
Yeah, and if you think too far ahead, then you're never gonna be here.
Like, and if there's any single women out there, I'm looking for good. I'm looking for good enough. So come on through.
Watch
my special.
Watch the special.
Hit me up. I am
ButterFACE. I'm trying to find me a ButterFACE.
I'm in my 30s and I am lowering my standards. I'll tell you that right now.
Dude, I know. How old are you?
I'm about to turn 32.
You're about to be on that page.
To be 32.
It doesn't get better. It just gets easier.
That's interesting. I want to hear more about that, if that means something. But it sounds like...
No, it does. It does. No, it does. Oh my God, you little slut. It doesn't get better because you learn and realize all the bad and are more exposed to a lot more through experience and etc. But it gets easier because you care less. And then you kind of find what really
You realize
matters.
you're like 6 months older than me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you,
Let me
young blood.
tell you.
Sit on down. Let me tell you how it is. Now, in 6 months, this is how you're going to be different.
When's your birthday?
In February.
Yeah, so you're 93. I'm 92.
Yeah.
All right.
What month?
That's a whole year
What month?
if we really look at it. What month?
What month? What month?
I
It matters.
bet. June.
Just Cancer?
Gemini.
Gemini.
Yeah.
Aren't you a bitch?
What?
Geminis.
No, I'm a twin.
What?
Yeah.
Those are different categories. What? You have a twin?
No.
What are you talking about?
Gemini,
Oh, you're right in the middle.
Gemini's
I don't know
a
anything.
twin
I
sign.
don't know anything about.
I
I thought
don't
Geminis were
either.
bitches. I thought that was the whole. They're assholes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then they have a good side too because it's double.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
they're
it is.
two-faced. That's what people don't like about them.
Yeah, so I'm not a bitch. Just half the time I am.
Okay.
And the other half time I'm great.
So
I'm not
are you a bitch?
though.
You're like kinda.
No, I'm not a bitch. I
got good vibes from the moment I met you.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's hang out. You seem cool.
Yeah.
And then we hung out, and turns out, guess what? You were cool.
Yeah, it was so cool that we only hang out once a year now.
Listen, that's all I can take. All my friends are lame. You're too
You're like,
cool.
I'm a hermit crab.
You're too cool. I can only take
Do you
once a
not
year.
go
cool.
out? What do you do?
What do you mean?
Well, let's take this shot first and then we'll
Alright.
discuss.
To
To bitches.
I think I'll be okay for the show later.
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Feeling loose.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a good amount. We did good. We kept it
And the show's not for a
clean,
few hours, so
clean, kosher.
I ate some soul food before this.
I
nice
ate
foundation,
right
yeah.
before too
Yeah.
because last time I didn't.
What? And you, no wonder.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the amount. It was like if you go on an empty stomach, you fucked.
Yeah, it's not good. No bueno.
You're talking about Gemini.
Yeah. It's yeah. I feel like Willem Dafoe. He's like he's gay. He has a connection to classical music. Have you seen that meme?
No.
Oh my god. Well, that's very out of context.
I was like, so you were saying Gemini, and you clearly not remembering what you were saying. Were like, yes. What I was saying, like
about that.
what it was.
The Gemini.
Gemini.
Let me tell you about the Gemini. No, I don't really. I'm not like into astrology, so I don't really know that much about it. I just know that I'm a Gemini.
I've lost some friends off of it.
You really?
I have.
Stop it. Zodiac attack.
Because that's what they do is they find out I'm an Aquarius, and then what they know about Aquarius they apply to me, and it just doesn't apply.
Yeah, I don't.
One time, some new these were new friends, so I was hoping to be real friends with them. So we were trying it out initially, and I was like, they were like, "How were you in your last relationship, Tyler?" And I was like, "Well, thank you for asking." So how I was,
I've been waiting.
I was like, "How I was," and then they interrupt me, and they're like, "I bet you were closed off, and you were needy, and you were all these other things." And I was like, "No, I wasn't. Actually, I'm a very good communicator. All I want to do is talk about my feelings. Either I'm lying or your fucking whole worldview is
Or
bullshit.
Your research,
All
on
your
the
fucking
stars
research on the stars
is fucked, dude.
And so and then I was just like, can y'all stop attacking me with this that you think it's like, oh, it's true, and I'm like, it's not true.
No,
and stop because it's
No.
hurt my feelings.
No,
and
I
then they were
can't.
like, and then they had a choice to make, the friendship or astrology.
They're like, ooh, this is a rising moon
They chose
Aquarius.
I mean, exactly. They always got an answer. It's always that moon.
Yeah, they're
That
like,
moon comes in.
Hang on, but what time were you born? Because your falling sunset might be a Libra. I'm like, what the fuck are we
fucking
talking about?
bullshit.
You sound like a fucking hippy dippy.
Have you ever heard like I remember Neil deGrasse Tyson? You can look it up on YouTube. He had such an simple explanation for why.
People get so obsessed.
No, just why astrology isn't real.
Oh, what was it?
It was just like you look up in the sky and you see stars, and then we draw shapes with those stars, and we're like, that is Aquarius. And every year, if you're born under those stars, that's Aquarius. But now we know what stars are.
Yeah.
And they're millions of light years apart from each other in a 3-dimensional plane.
Yeah, no.
And so we're viewing something that's 3-dimensional on a 2-dimensional plane, and also the light that's reaching us, that
Is
star
already
might
gone.
that star might be dead, and
Yeah.
we're just not getting the light. what are you basing this on?
Yeah,
And
I've
it's just-
seen Interstellar.
I know.
You know, like
I don't know if they made that point in it, but it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Someone I was talking to recently said it was a bad movie, and I'm like, you just don't get it.
Yeah, he might have been a dummy.
He was probably an Aquarius.
You know, I think Aquariuses are dummies now.
No, but I thought Aquarius because there's like the squiggles under the sign. I was like, oh, Aquarius, aqua, water. Like it's a water thing.
It's a water
And
symbol,
so, no, someone corrected me like the other night. A girl, obviously, at a bar, obviously.
Dumb, clearly.
Yeah, and she was like, no, that's an air sign. And I was like, that made it even more
Aqua.
stupid. Aqua.
And
Aqua.
then she goes, Arius. And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, she's thought of everything.
I'm like, okay, aquamarine. Like it is. It's water. I don't care what they say. Whatever. It's so stupid. There's like so many apps about it
Also,
too.
I love swimming, so you try to explain that.
Yeah, I love swimming.
Your
too.
moon is a water.
And guess what? I'm not a twin. There's only one of me. So what?
I was confused when you said that.
I know exactly
I know, I don't know
because
these
it doesn't make
Doesn't make sense.
Like no,
doesn't make
it's
sense.
not
I just
logical.
don't attack me with it. That's what I'm saying. You can believe your little voodoo, but don't attack me with it. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no, it's weird.
That's what
People
I'm
like
saying.
really go.
Can I tell you
for
this?
it. Yeah.
I've been listening to this podcast. Speaking of documentaries,
Uh-huh.
have you ever heard of the telepathy tapes?
Telepathy tapes?
Telepathy tapes.
No.
It's a podcast. You should check it out.
Is that-
let
is
me
that
do
the
that.
sound? Oh wow!
What song is that?
Drop it like it's hot.
You do the boo.
Wow!
That's pretty good, right?
Wow! Snoop is under the table, and
All
he
the
is
pimps in the
impressed.
beam, like a song. It's fun.
I used to love that song.
It's a good song.
Grinded to that in a high school gym.
With the curtains, with no curtains.
No, that was just high school dances. Did you have those in Texas?
There were dances. I didn't go to them. I went to prom. That was the first dance I went to.
Where was your prom?
Galveston, Texas.
I mean, like, was it at a hotel, a gym?
Was it like a hotel or something?
Yeah, like a
I don't really
weird, like
remember.
where they have event
Yeah.
spaces. Dude, because in all the movies, their high school proms are in the high school gym, and I'm like,
Lame.
you had a budget.
Lame.
I'm like, relax.
Yeah, I remember that was the first time I grinded with a girl.
Grinding is such a weird concept.
It's quite adult for how old I was.
Yeah.
I remember, so I went to prom with this one girl, and we got linked up because she didn't have a date, I didn't have a date. But I asked out my friend.
That's always how it goes, man.
I asked out my friend to prom, who always seemed to like me and as a person, but I think there may have been a crush there as well. But I was like, let me ask her. And she was like, oh my God, I'm going with my other friend. I'm so sorry. But I mean, I have a friend that you can go with. And I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
So we wear the same colors and we go to prom. And she immediately abandoned me for her friends. And I was like, oh, that sucks. But then the friend was like, why don't we go dance? And so we're dancing on the dance floor. And this girl, looking back, she, at the time, she was, I think she probably matured early. And she was very curvy. And she was too much woman for me at the time.
Oh.
Now I know
You're
what
like,
I'm
that's
missing.
a heavy load
Not even.
in
Not
my
even.
pants.
Okay, sure, that one.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
No, she wasn't a
You're
heavy
like, I
load.
can't
She was-
handle all
she
this
was,
Fast
she
and
was,
Furious.
She was. I think today, and probably still today, she would be considered a dime.
Yeah.
A hot.
Oh yeah,
piece.
no, voluptuous is dime piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I
and
wish
but
I
she
had
was
curves. I'm
but
like a fucking stick person.
You're great. You're great.
They're like, here,
There's
let's do
lots
a
of-
portrait of you. There it is.
Listen, I could show you 3 very different looking women that are all my types. You know, we all
I
contain
think
multitudes.
Beauty has a scale. You know,
A scale. There's
Not-
more
not-
and less beautiful.
not for weight.
That's my point.
No, a spectrum is what I
Spectrum.
meant to say.
And then
Love on the
and
spectrum.
then we was dancing on the floor, and then I was, it was my first time being this close to a woman in this way.
Yeah.
And she was, and then so I got a little,
How was the lighting?
dim, sure. And then I got a
Dim
boner in my pants, because that's what happens when a young
I had
lady.
to tuck it in my tux.
So I'm sure I don't know what I did. I'm sure I tucked it. I mean, I certainly wasn't. I
You're like, hang on, it's grinding
I
time.
made it. You don't know how.
I gotta pee.
You're kidding. That's more real than you think it is.
I
So-
should have been a dude.
You should have been,
I
bro.
would've- I
You
would've
should have been,
crushed
bro.
it.
You should have been. So then I was there and I was dancing and it was up. And then I was like, I wonder if she can feel this. And I'm like, and she just kept dancing. And I was like, nah, there's no way. She would have said something if she could feel it. And
Or
now,
maybe
now,
she liked
now
it.
I'm an adult and I'm like, she could definitely feel it. She definitely liked it. I definitely missed out. That's what happened.
Missed opportunities,
Yeah.
man. That's the worst.
Because I'm sure women too, but guys are just like, I'll be on the subway.
Well, guys are slow.
I'll be
to
on the
come
subway
up.
thinking, and then it'll just hit me some pussy I missed out on when I was young. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, you guys are you're slow in the moment, but you're quick to come. She's like, God, I wish we were grinding on the dance floor again at that gym.
Yeah.
Shit. I grinded with so many people in high school.
Let me say this.
Like, you would have multiple grind partners. It'd be like fucking do-si-do your holes.
That's gross.
You guys didn't do that?
There was one time
Down south?
I grounded with one girl. I grounded with one girl. I grounded with one girl when I was 17. That was the first time.
Yeah.
And honestly, probably the last time. I mean, like, I'm sure there's been moments, but like that was so significant. And then after that, once you have sex grinding, you're like, what are we fucking doing?
You
What are
only
doing?
need one grind.
Are we gonna fuck or not? Why are you grinding?
Yeah,
on me?
that's like if you hit your 30s and you're still dry humping.
Let me tell you about 30s. I will say, I don't know about you.
I thought you were gonna say, let me tell you about dry humping. Okay, it is great.
No, I went straight.
Bring it back.
I went from just dry to wet. That's all. I didn't. There was no dry
I
humping.
jumped in the
between.
deep end,
That's
my
what I did.
friend.
But sex as you get older, it's only gotten better.
Yeah,
Do you agree?
yeah, for sure.
It's only gotten
Because
better.
back then, you're like, you don't know what you're doing, number one. Number two, you can't communicate what you like because you don't know what you like yet.
Yeah.
Then when you do know what you like at that age, you still can't communicate it. So it's kind of just like a smorgasbord of fucking around.
I know.
And now you're like, I know what I want, I know what I like.
This is
And you could tell.
this is perhaps vulnerable, but I'm gonna throw it at you.
Ooh, give me that V.
So what it is so I think a lot of everything you're saying is probably correct. Where it's like, now I know more of what I'm doing. Now I've had more experience. Now I know the range of what a girl might like.
Yeah.
There might be a faster, a slower, a harder, a stronger, or whatever.
Yeah.
But the
Do
range.
it faster,
The way
stronger.
the way to like push and pull and like, is this, and try to fine tune it as you over time with a young.
Like I'm
with a
finding
lady.
the beat. I'm finding.
But
the
you know what the
rhythm.
thing is? What I'll do now is because you go on a first date, you're nervous. Let's say, and maybe you drink, and maybe there might be performance issues. So what you do, you just buy some V.
Viagra.
You buy some Viagra.
You don't do Blue Chew?
I mean, I say
That's
Viagra.
what all the
I say
cool kids
Viagra.
are
I don't
doing.
know what brand I have.
And they made it blue, which is Viagra's
No, they know what they're
blue.
doing. Yeah, they know what
like,
they're
I'm
doing.
like, oh, it's
perfect.
just
Yeah.
it literally.
The thing about those things like Blue Chew and what's the other one? Hims.
Yeah.
They market well.
Yeah.
They're way more expensive than I went to some random like rx.gov. I went to some crazy shit and got some shit for like a quarter of the
Say
price.
you went to like an alleyway. You guys got Viagra.
It's like it was like $10 a pill, and then I got some that were like $2 a pill that I break in half and only take half.
Oh.
So I'm telling, like, those are good, but like fine, there's cheaper shit out there.
Yeah.
So I have that, and so like I don't want to take that all the time, like if
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship. But if
Yeah.
it's like a first date or something,
Yeah,
I'm like,
and you're drinking, you're nervous.
Yeah, I'm like, let me
It
just
makes
take
sense.
this and just eliminate that problem altogether.
Yeah.
This is the problem, is that after I have sex with these girls, they're like, that was great. That's the problem.
You're
They're like,
well, now I have a pill addiction.
they're like, how did you do that? And I'm like, I guess I just like you a lot. I'm like, how do I?
You're
That's
like, you're
the problem.
just so beautiful.
I want to say like I'm older, I'm wiser. I just know the way around a woman's body.
And I have some assistance from Blue Chew.
I think it's literally, I'm Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, yeah. One testicle.
That's not the part. That's not the part,
I
Slater.
perform good, but it's a lie.
That's not the part, Slater.
I wanted it to be.
I don't know your last name because I put your name in my phone as Slater Hater. I don't
Slater
know your last
Hater.
name whatsoever.
Harrison. So you had the HA.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Close.
But that's the thing that's changed as I got older is I take Viagra and women seem to like it and I don't know if I can go back.
Interesting. I don't
I'm
take
good-
any
I'm-
performance enhancing drugs.
But you know what? They wear makeup, so I feel like it's the same thing.
Yeah, we have Viagra up here. You have Viagra down there.
Yeah, you have Viagra in your face.
We get you into the bedroom. You get us out of it.
I use my dick to get you out of the bedroom. Like, get out.
No,
Get
no,
out.
we want to leave after. Contrary to popular perspective,
Not if you do it right.
we want to.
If you do it right.
we want to go. We want to go.
Maybe you.
If we're at the guy's place, I prefer to go to the guy's place because then I can just fucking dip when I want.
I get that.
Because like if
Can I
they
ask
come to
this?
mine, I'm like, now you know my address, and you won't leave.
This is literally what I want to ask because it actually varies. Some women come back to mines.
yeah.
Some women are like, can we go to yours? And I don't know the motivation for each of them. Certainly convenience is a factor. I feel like if I'm on a date, I come off pretty, so I've been told, come off pretty non-threatening, nice, sweet, pussy ass
So did
bitch.
Chud Bundy.
The line between pussy and non-threatening is very thin. I've had women be like,
Yeah.
you seem so nice, and you're like non-threatening, and you seem approachable. And I feel like if we argued, like you'd respect me, and also like, but you couldn't win because you're a fucking pussy, and like I hate you. Like it's so quickly it gets to that. I don't really understand. But the point is, I've had both, and I don't know what women generally do with a guy. Is like, are you trying to like go to theirs so they don't know where you live? Or are you trying to like go to yours so you have you know where the hammer is.
Yeah, I know where my batarang
Yeah.
is. I prefer theirs.
Batarang?
Yeah. I prefer theirs because one, yeah, I don't like them knowing where I live. Even though they're fucked up and in the morning they just like leave and like they're probably not gonna know the address, but like still I don't really like you knowing my shit.
Yeah.
I don't want you seeing my room.
Yeah.
And like me and my space, you know. I don't know.
I get it.
And then
I respect it.
And then the other thing is just like if I go there, then I can leave whenever I want.
Yeah.
And like, cause guys, a lot of people are always like, "Oh, guys, you know, they just leave." I'm like, no, they fucking stay. They fucking meander.
You might be special.
And I'm like, why?
You might be special. You know why?
Is hanging out.
You know why?
It's 12.
It's because it's been weeks since we've had a date, and it's been weeks.
And they
since
think they're gonna get second breakfast.
No, it's no.
What is happening?
No, it's not that. It's been weeks since we've had a date, and you were the one to say yes. And you're clearly a lovely person, and then
I'm a bitch.
And then
says my astrology sign.
well, listen, hey,
my horoscope. Wake up, bitch.
I'm sure your date faces the good side, and then your morning faces the bitch side.
My morning face is the same. Okay.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we got a yes, and you're great. So
And
then
you-
you have some sex, and I'm sure the sex is fine or whatever. And then
Mind blowing.
and then after the sex, we just want to hold you.
Yeah.
Because
You're not trying to make us.
no one's held us in so long.
Yeah.
And so you're like, why
Well,
don't you leave? And it's like, because I acted like I wanted sex,
Well-
but what I really wanted is human connection.
Yeah.
And you're actually cool enough to give them a legitimate human connection.
that's the problem though.
So you're looking for that
Like
D.
No,
You're
no.
looking for that
Looking
D.
for a swift exit. Taylor Swift exit.
That's pretty good.
No, I'm. It's not that I'm looking for it's fine if you like hang out for another, hour. After awakening,
Hey, fix that.
and that's fine, whatever. But like once it starts, like we woke up, just half is on the table. We woke up at like 10, and you're there until like 1. Like I gotta get my day
Unless you
started.
actually like this motherfucker. I mean, that's a bit much.
Well, also you can like them and still like want your space.
Totally understand. Totally
Yeah.
agree.
I don't know. It's just it depends on the situation. If a guy got up, started getting dressed, and was like, "Hey, like you want to go get breakfast?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" Like I want to get out of the apartment.
Let me tell you this. This is what happened last night. Because, your boy.
fresh.
So I was...
You're fresh off a little sex streak.
not a streak.
Well,
just
I know, but I was giving
I
you the
had, a
benefit
se-
of the
I, had
doubt.
I had sex one time.
I had sex one time.
I had sex one time.
Strumming his dick with my fingers 2 times. What is it?
Stroking it softly in this bed.
She hates that I'm here. I know it.
Does she have a condom? No. So I pretend I'm upset. I don't know how the song goes. Let's cheers.
That was good.
Thank you. I have a music minor.
Premarital sex. That's good. Everybody.
I had so you know we had sex at moments perhaps we made love.
What?
It's hard to say.
Wait, last night?
Last night.
First
yeah.
date?
Second.
How'd you meet?
At a comedy festival.
At a BDSM party. I don't want to talk about
At a
it.
comedy festival.
She was the only other one that was scared.
Met her.
Okay.
And then she lives in New York, so then we met again.
Oh.
But don't tell. Actually, cut all that.
We're telling everybody.
Blank the city and everything else is fine. Just blank the city. And
No, I'll
everything
beep
else
it.
is fine.
I'll beep it.
Or whatever. I don't know. I'll take another take. Ask me how I met her.
How'd you meet her? Yeah, it's fine. I'll edit it. It's fine.
I met her. Okay, ask me again. This is the one.
Wait, how'd you meet her?
I just met her around. I don't want to get into it too much, but. Okay, try again. Do another one.
Wait, how'd you meet her?
She's a carny. I went to a carnival and
Like
she's
a
a carny,
circus? A
like a
circus
circus carny.
bitch?
Yeah, she can put her legs
Wow.
behind her head.
She like a hula hoop in the air.
She can put her head behind her legs. It's crazy.
Oh my! Well, that's weirder.
I know. That's what I thought. But
Wow.
she's
What's
a nice
her
girl.
sign?
What's her sign?
Circus. Elephant.
Her sign says bearded lady, which I don't love, but her spirit is pure. So I decided
Her
to stick with it.
spirit is giraffe.
I decided to stick with it. And so we hung out and it was nice. And then afterwards I was like, because I leave town tomorrow
for Christmas
to go to
shit?
Christmas, yeah. And I was like, and tonight, last night I was like, hey, tonight, would it be crazy to come back by and just say a little hello?
Come back.
To come back the next day, because I had a nice time
the night before.
The night before, and I was like, what if I just came over real quick, just give a little hello?
So Monday night you had a date.
No. Today's Wednesday. So Tuesday night we had a date.
Okay.
And then today's Wednesday. So I was like, what if I came back after all my shit today?
Oh.
And then just gave a quick hello. And even that was the second date. It felt a little forward.
Yeah.
But
wait, you guys didn't pho?
no, we did pho.
No.
Yeah, we pho, ramen.
You pho after
Pho, ramen.
and dim sum.
That's terrible.
Oh,
Awful.
God.
Awful. 0 out of 10.
Oh,
boo.
Love it. We love it. We love it. I love you, sir. Woo. All right. Wait. So you're at a first date eons ago. And then the second.
I hope y'all appreciate what y'all just heard. And dim sum? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell just came out of me. Wait, so when was the first date then?
Last week.
Okay, first date was last
Yeah.
week. Second date you had Tuesday or on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday was second date you fucked.
I feel like I laid this out very clear, but go recap
I
for
am because they're slower than me. It's second date yesterday
yeah.
and you fuck.
Pho.
And then today you said
I was
stop
like, what if
by,
I
say
came back
hello.
through?
Yeah.
And
But you were
that felt a little forward, I think I pitched it well. I was like,
It's a three word.
I said,
but-
hey girl, and you be her. I said, hey girl. Yeah, she was quiet, just like that, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I said, hey girl, would it be crazy if I came back through tomorrow just to say a little hi quick?
That would be absolutely insane, and I'm gonna block you.
That's not what she said though.
No, I didn't fuck.
You didn't fuck. No, you don't have to be.
Well, you said you made love when you fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make love in this fuck. In this fuck.
That's what happened. So I don't know.
Did she say yes? She said yeah. Come
She
say
said
hello.
yes. She said yes, but she doesn't have the time. I don't have the time. It was one of these like.
Like I want.
It was one of these nice moments. Like, wouldn't it be nice to do this tomorrow? And it's like, it would be nice. Neither one of us.
Wait,
neither
so
one of us
why?
have the time.
So second date last night you fucked, and you said some of it you think you made love. So what?
I just said that for the. I don't know.
What do you like her though?
Yeah, she's great. She seems
She's
like
a
a
nice
seems,
girl?
Seems like a genuine.
What's her sign?
Seems like I have no idea. She seems like a genuine girl.
I thought you were gonna say seem like a Gemini.
Seems like a genuine person. Seems like a cool chick. Seems
Okay.
like, I mean, I don't know nearly enough about her. I've been in the game long enough to know that they can turn on you. So like,
Yeah.
so they can turn on you. So I'm
That
like, for
shit.
right now, she seems genuine. She seems cool. Seems like I want to hang out with her one more time,
Yay.
and then probably one more time after that, and then after that,
and then
we'll
it
see when
keeps going
we'll see
on
when
and
that
on.
stops. We'll see when that stops happening.
Yeah, you gotta day-to-day basis. That's what you were looking for.
Something that works. I ain't looking for nobody good. I'm just looking for
If it's
something
not
that works.
broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, that's not related, but I agree in essence.
I just like to say random like advice lines and quotes. at
Hey,
random
as the
times.
crow flies. Have you heard that before?
When the crawdads sing.
My mother, she will, every once in a while, and it wasn't even growing up, but since I became an adult, she will throw out these old Southern idioms that I've never heard her say and pretend like I'm supposed to know what it means.
Well, when the crawfish can't swim, son.
I mean, literally, like one time, the most recent one is she was, my parents they're old, they're in
Yeah.
their late 60s, so like what they think is interesting is not.
Yeah.
So like they were like, there's a new subdivision that opened up down the way, and I was like, I don't give a shit.
Did you know that polo swimming is now an official
Yeah.
global sport?
Don't give a shit. That's actually interesting, but they're like, Walmart's carrying Krispy Kreme donuts now. I could get you some when you come. I'm like, I
live near a Krispy Kreme in Times Square.
don't want that.
I can get them real and fresh.
Mom, I live in New York. Of course I live in Times Square, okay? Get with it.
That's the only place that people think when they say New York. Like anyone I meet like out on vacation,
Yeah.
they're like, New York? Oh my God. Times Square? I'm like, that is
I
the
had some
least frequented
I
place
had some buddies
of my
in
life.
town. They got a hotel in Times Square. I was like, that's so funny.
No.
But anyway, she was like, there's a new neighborhood that opened up, and I'm like, really? And she was like, I was like, I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah.
How far away is it? Oh, about 2 miles as the crow flies. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck does that mean?
It's just-
and she knows. I mean, I think we were like FaceTime. I saw her like, you don't know what that means. I'm like, of course I don't know what that means. You've never said that. I've never heard anybody say that. What the fuck are you talking about? And then, what do you think it means? Go ahead.
That's like people that are like, yeah, I'll be there in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
It is like that, but you know what that means.
Yeah.
What does "as the crow flies" mean? If you had to guess.
As the crows fly. Well, they usually fly in a murder, which is a group of crows.
Yes, thank you for explaining.
For those who don't know, and now you know, Jim Crow. And so, as the crow flies, that's an escaped slave, I believe.
Oh my god.
I don't know what as the crows fly. Like in the
Just
in
if
the
you had
wind.
to guess, I'm just asking if you guess.
Just like maybe like in the wind, like as it comes, as it goes.
I know that's a very good guess. That's
Yeah.
not what it is.
What is it?
What it is it's not exciting.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
So,
feel a little
if
slumped
you were to
there.
drive to Manhattan, we're in Manhattan. If we were to drive to Brooklyn, we would have to take the streets. We'd have to take the road. We'd be going different directions to get there.
Yeah.
As the crow flies just straight over everything. So it's about 2 miles straight with no impediments. But in a car, it might be longer than 2 miles.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Did I explain that okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what
As
she
the
meant.
Boeing crashes over.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
gonna
what
start
the
saying
fuck?
that.
As the crow flies. I'm trying to think of something else she said one time. She will
As
always
the
say.
grasshopper's legs twirl.
This isn't. I know what this means, but she just gets a kick out of saying this and watching it. I think it's like sort of like a mom thing. Like she says it and watches us
Yeah.
cringe.
Yeah.
She'll be like, where is my bottle of tequila? Where is it? Where is my? Oh, it's right here. If it was a snake, it would have bit me.
I've never heard that.
If it was a snake, it would have bit me.
I kind of really love it.
And I'm like,
rapid fire. What are all her like?
I'm trying to think of
idioms?
more. Those are the snake. It would have bit me. Is I mean, this is. She says it, and I don't like. Snake. It would have bit me is kind of funny. She'll go like, I'll be like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like,
My mom.
oh
just
yeah,
makes shit up.
I had a show. They said they were gonna pay me 30. They only paid me 20. She goes, well, it's better than a poking eye with a sharp stick. I don't like that
Cyclops.
one. I don't like that one.
Yeah,
I don't-
what?
It's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
Dude, you know what's actually crazy is that like all those like catchphrases from who knows where the fuck came from, but it's funny that they're still like alive and people are still saying them. Maybe your mom is not a great example, but all those like phrases are so funny to me because they've lasted so long. So like I start to look up the origins of them.
Yeah.
Because like I generally get the meaning usually, but like I became obsessed for a little bit about origins of phrases like that have lasted the like tail of time. And so I test of time, and I there was one. What was it? Oh, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. You know what? You know where that
Sure,
comes
of
from?
course. I don't know where it comes from now.
Okay, so it was Renaissance era, and it was paintings, and there were always portraits, and that's what you would buy. And then if you wanted a big one where it was the whole body, it was way more expensive. And they're like, that's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Isn't that cool?
Fascinating. You think
Right?
you think it's gonna be violent?
Yeah.
I learned
You think it's literally going to cost you.
I learned a bad one. Do you want a bad one that's not gonna be fun or comfortable?
Yeah, let's do it.
So again, I acknowledge that this is not fun or comfortable, and I probably should not say this. But I learned it recently at the slave plantation, so you know it's going to be real bad.
Oh,
okay,
no.
are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm just preparing you. It's not good. The term motherfucker. Have you heard this?
Motherfucker? No.
Motherfucker.
Never.
I know you've heard the term.
Sister fucker, maybe.
Motherfucker is apparently when they had a very strong slave, they would have that slave have sex with his mother in order to produce.
No.
That's what he said.
That's really where it comes
That's
from?
what he said.
What about son of a bitch?
That was from your family.
That was just the son of a bitch.
That
was the son I haven't conceived yet.
That's the one. That's the one, yeah. Same with I've heard. I don't know if this is true, but like cracker. You know, hey, you cracker ass cracker.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm saltine, plain flavor.
I think it's like whip cracker,
Oh, really?
which is less fun, right?
Yeah.
Whip cracker.
I thought it was like cracker, like because I'm saltine, I have no flavor. I'm just
No.
basic.
No whip. I think it's whip cracker.
Wow.
I think it's whip cracker. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What's your favorite idiom to use?
Do I use any idioms?
Yeah. Rome wasn't built in a day.
You know, I made up an idiom the other day.
Did you?
I don't know if this is an idiom exactly, but I said
Okay.
this to my mom, and it was kind of funny.
Oh, I like it.
I was just saying, like, I forgot what we were talking about, but I was saying, like, oh, you know, things have changed, or like, you know, like, oh man, like,
All right, Bob Dylan.
I mean, yeah, I was just like, things have changed, and I just kind of riffed. I was like, man, things are just different now. I mean, when I was growing up, you knew the cow that the milk came from. I said that, and I thought that was so funny.
That's great.
And I don't know.
I love that.
Isn't that funny? Feel
Yeah,
free.
no, that's
You know, when I was growing up, I
great.
knew the milk where the cow came.
I
No,
knew
that's the
that.
other way. I knew the cow where the milk came from. I just think that I thought that was a really funny
I knew
thing
the
to
cow
say.
that jumped over the moon. I seen it. Oh my
I
god.
like how you said sing. Are we done?
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
with
are we done with
yeah, we're
this?
done. Yeah, it's
Damn.
gone. It's gone.
That's a
She
shame.
gone.
That's why I said buy a bigger bottle. We could
She
be getting
gone.
litty.
I know. Well, that's what happened last time, and my guest threw up. So I'm trying to be cool now because Rick probably has me on his tight leash. Okay. Wow. Well, promote your fucking special one more
To
time.
Pimp A ButterFACE. It's gonna be on YouTube. My name is Tyler Groce, Groce, at TJ Groce on Instagram. I think I have a TikTok, but that's about to be defunct.
Why?
They're eliminating TikTok. The
I don't
government.
know. They're not going to do that.
I think it's happening.
No, it's not.
I don't. Think
I hope so because I suck on that.
Same, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's sticking around.
Well, two
think it's-
shakes
I
of a
think it's-
lamb's tail.
I
It's
mean,
gone.
listen.
Just
listen.
like that.
Another one
And
she says
just
is
like that.
sedity.
Sedity.
So sedity is a old, probably before my mom's time, old-fashioned black term for someone who thinks they're better than everyone else. Sedity. She'll be like,
I feel like
acting all sedity. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
that sounds like an Erica Badu lyric.
Sedity.
Sedity doo-da.
I'm trying to think of one of her songs. fuck.
What?
I
Can I
love-
get a window seat?
Don't
Don't want nobody
Saturday. I don't want to be about the bar. Look around when it's all somebody. No
Somebody better call
Somebody-
Tyrone. That is fantastic. Oh my God.
In the back seat. I
That
know the
was
name's
good.
called back seat. I don't remember how it
Back
goes.
seat. Back seat. Windows up.
My favorite song. Love of my life, you do, boy, and I'll be yours, and you'll be mine, and I'll be love of my life. Well. She's my cousin.
No, she's not.
She came to my grandpa's funeral.
You're a liar.
Nope, I got a picture. You want to see a
You know
picture?
how many people went to people's funerals? I crash them all the time.
You think, what celebrity went to your funeral?
I didn't die yet.
Cause that's all I have in, and now there is no other. Love is his and his is mine. My friend became the love of my life. Ooh.
Whoa. Let's go to karaoke.
I told you I got a music minor.
Oh.
You already forgot.
That was a fact I
You already
forgot.
forgot.
It goes in one ear and right out the other.
Oh, look, right, look, it's right there. Look.
Oh my God, stop it. Yeah, show them because I wouldn't believe it.
It was a long time ago.
Look at it. Look at it.
Look
Look at it. Look at
At my grandpa's funeral. Hey, look, we were so sad. We were so sad.
it. We were so sad at 7:57. All right. Thank you so much for being on. Tyler Groce, everybody.
God bless.
Rick with the applause. Come
God
on.
bless.
Where is it? Where is it? I won't stop.
Be your and I'll be mine.
It sounded like the end of your special. Everything I say is not serious all the time.
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotchy, scotch, scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.